What is up, my YouTube friends? Welcome back to another amazing detail in what I like to call the sickest garage here on the platform. We have an amazing purpose today. It is to graphene ceramic this giant F350. It is in Oxford white. It's a 2019. It's a work truck, but it's not too beat up. It has definitely been taken care of. And look at those wheels. This is going to be a sick transformation. The Oxford white shows the iron deposits, and this truck is covered in iron. And I know maybe you're thinking to yourself, hey, I've got a white vehicle and it looks like it's rusting all the way through. I'm gonna show you how to transform this paint into an incredible work of art. This is going to be sick. Let's get rolling. I was over grabbing the P&S brake dust buster to clean the wheels, as well as the iron remover, Adam's iron remover, to remove all the iron. And I heard water running, and I thought it was odd because I didn't think I had left the water running in the buckets. It turns out I was wrong. Not that the garage isn't gonna get wet anyway, but I still skittled over here as fast as I could to stop it because I didn't want it to run unnecessarily around the garage. Actually, it was totally in vain. The whole garage always gets wet. Waste of time. Let's clean the wheel. I really find wheels hilarious because sometimes when I'm using the iron remover, it really turns purple on wheels. On brand new vehicles, old vehicles, there isn't a consistent reason why, but these wheels just aren't that bad. I got a comment the other day that, well, a recommendation, I don't know. Somebody said I should rinse from top to bottom. There's totally value in that, except for rinsing from bottom to top. Looks cooler on camera. And when I rinse this out before I do the hand washing with the 2-bucket method, I'm going to use a pre-wash, which is Built Hamber Auto Foam from Built Hamber. I'm gonna spray that on with just the hand sprayer, the pump sprayer, and then we'll rinse off from bottom to top. And then usually after I do that, I go from top to bottom just to make sure it's fully rinsed off. So I'm no fool, but I do it that way so it looks cool on camera. Lost a nozzle. Doesn't happen very often. Totally tanked. Remember, I'm going to show you in this detail how to make these rust spots completely go away and just transform your vehicle, especially if it's white, into an incredible, beautiful, better than showroom condition. These white cars. Oh, and look around this door handle. See how it's got this, see how it has this brown hue to it all around it? We're gonna get that off too. This is going to be a spectacular transformation. Even just after rinsing it off, sometimes some of that stuff goes away, but if you have this problem, we'll show you how to fix it. Let's go foam cannon. As I put my finger into the foam cannon to shake that shampoo up in there with the water, it shot out a spray of shampoo water into my right eye. I hope it's not too red. It hurts really bad. Hand washing definitely did not remove the contamination. Let's one more round with the foam cannon and then chemically decontaminate, which will be so sick. Step one of the sickest decontamination that I think I will have done in a while, iron remover. Today we have Adam's iron remover. Spray, let it dwell, and then we'll rinse it off. In your noodle, you may be thinking, why would you do two steps? If you're going to physically decontaminate, why chemically contaminate? Decontaminate. Well, the iron remover, the spray iron remover goes on first, bonds with those nasty contaminants and takes them safely off the paint. What that does is it lessens the edges of it, so when you do the physical decontamination, it's not as harsh, because the physical decontamination, the clay barring, is going to mar the paint just a little bit. So you don't want to give it anything, the clay bar, you don't want to pull those contaminants off and then swirl them into your paint. Even though we're going to do a paint correction, we want to have to correct the least amount possible. That's why we do it. Let's dry this pig. Chemical decontamination yielded amazing results, but there's still some contamination and the paint doesn't feel smooth. We have Optimum No Rinse, ONR, for the clay lube. I've got Chemical Guys medium grade clay bar and Chemical Guys microfiber towel. So we're gonna oh my goodness, we are going to physically decontaminate. This is definitely gonna have some awesome results. I guess with this F350 all decontaminated and iron completely removed and this white paint just looking fantastic, I'm done with my project. Obviously, I'm kidding. Next step, we got to take it one step further. We want to make sure this paint is popping. That step is going to be quite in depth. I've got to tape off the plastic trim here. Obviously, I want to paint correct this as much as I can. Notice how it's not as white as down here. Now, this is on metal, this is on plastic, but we can make this look incredible as well. So we'll tape off right in here. Once we've got everything taped, we're going to two-step paint correct, which is one of my favorite things to do. I love metallic paints, but this white paint, all the projects that I've done on this just flat white paint, I am finding more and more that I love how it turns out after paint correction. So, and Ford makes pretty solid paint, so this is going to be sick, but we got to tape first. Before we start taping off, I think I've mentioned on the channel before that I grew up as an electrician. That's what I did when I was younger, and I really liked it, and I every once in a while I get to throw the old tool belt on, and it's kind of like going home for me, so it's fun. But when I pop the tailgate to wipe off around the edges there, this customer is obviously a contractor. They do, I think, heating, HVAC, so plumbing, heating and air conditioning. But I pop the tailgate and there's a lot of construction debris, just construction equipment in the bed. And honestly, that smell hit me, and it was like going home. It reminded me of just my youth, because I grew up around all those sights and sounds and smells. I've already shown you the areas that I want to protect from the polisher. Well, it's not really protect, it just saves me time later on, because I don't have to go back and clean off where the polishing or compounding pads actually transfer some of that compound or polish onto the plastic. It just whites, and it's not hard to clean off, it just takes extra time that I don't want to spend, so I'm going to take. Okay, Spartacus, tell them what you're seeing. Do some quick visual inspection. Some swirls. More swirls. I really like to use the bonnet as the test bed when I do the first step of the paint correction, but this one's really high up in the air. I'm not going to do that this time. And I'm actually not going to do the normal test that I do when I apply the compound, work it in, and then use a polish and show you the before and after there. I'm actually just going to do the compounding, because this white color, this gloss white, I think I call it flat white earlier. Oops. Just this normal hyper white, gloss white, glacier white. I don't remember what Ford calls it, but this color, I know how to work it. So I don't really need to do a test one. If I did it, it would be disingenuous, because the only reason I would be doing it was for the camera, and that's just, it's not really honest. Here's before the paint correction, and here is after. Notice there's clarity over here. Those swirl marks are for the most part gone. Maybe one or two deeper scratches, but I'm not going to wet sand. Over here, just straight spider webs. So this is what we want just from the ultra cut, the compound phase. This is where we started. while I was polishing the hood, I heard something and I couldn't tell what it was. And then I looked around, still couldn't figure it out. In between two sections of the bonnet there, I realized the tip of the antenna bullet had come out. Must have just slowly shaken with all the polishing, which is odd that it fell out. Why does it not fall out while they're driving, but it fell out while I was polishing? It's weird. Switching to the 3-inch. Obviously, the goal with this detail was to get it rust-free and paint protected, but I want to show you two places on the hood. Well, one before and one after. It may be hard to see on the camera, but I'll talk to it. Hold up. In this crack right here, I haven't polished. You can kind of see, I don't know how well you can see, but I can see there's brown. Even after washing, decontaminating, and doing all of those steps to make it look awesome, there's still that weird brown here. So even all the decontamination steps weren't enough. Now you come to this side, that crack right here is totally white like it should be. So hue of brown, washing steps didn't take care of it. Beautiful, beautiful white. This is kind of what we want. This is what we're coming from. Even though those washing steps are amazing, there's still more to do. It's a very involved process, but we're gonna make this truck rust-free and gorgeous. Because of the awesome power of editing, it won't seem like that long to you, but compounding took a long time just because there were a ton of swirls and each pass took a lot of care. But now we need to move on to the polishing stage of the two-step paint correction. I've got Griot's Garage's polishing pad, 5-inch polishing pad, and CarPro Essence. This goes way faster, by the way. Let's see what process. Okay, remove tape, then we'll clean up, then we'll surface prep, then we'll graphene. Remove tape first. one of the key final steps in prepping for the ceramic coat is you want to remove all the oils. Surface prep from Adams Polishes is a very solid way to do it. You can make your own IPA. Pen the Organizer has a really solid video on making your own. It's really just alcohol and distilled water. It's really not super complicated. I like these, Surface Prep, Eraser from Carpro. There's a couple products that are IPAs. They're pretty simple, but they work pretty decent. A little bit better than just alcohol and water. And they have a good smell to them, so bonus there. Graphene applicator, suede applicator, Booyah for suede leveling towel, single soft plush. Put some pearl on the tire. The goal with this detail was to show you how to remove iron, fallout, whatevs on the paint, and I think we have done that. Let's do a lap and just look at how beautiful this is. think you are the sickest people. Thank you so much for hanging out. Like the video. Yeah, do that. Subscribe, another video. Have an awesome week.